I'm back. Good to see you all zero of you. Anyway, so if you've been on TikTok in the past, I don't know, a few days maybe, you would have seen like a little evolution of videos, right? Started off, can a man be any dog? Because like you see a bunch of people and they're like, me as a grown man, I'm not losing to any dog. And then people bring up a Kangol, and then people are like, oh well, you have to bring up like the strongest dog. So and it's like we kind of, and then people apparently just forget that everyone who said something about beating a dog always made sure to mention, oh, it's any dog actually. But you know what? That's against the point, because what I want to talk about, what it divulged into somehow. You see, this one guy, he went and said, I can beat a chimpanzee too. And people were like, okay, that's where I draw the line. Because, they walk around like they're on steroids. They're like little cavemen on steroids that want to rip your face off. But then of course some people, they thought, oh, I could beat a chimpanzee. I'm just so I bench like 200 pounds. And they're like, good for you. It has fangs. Little big ass teeth. But apparently that isn't enough. And then got into another thing: 100 men versus a gorilla. 100 men versus a gorilla. It's an interesting question because that's a lot of guys. But let's think about this logically, right? Even though it sounds like a lot, so maybe you're just thinking, oh, we can just rush the gorilla and we'll beat him up at once. That's a lot of the comments I'd be seeing. Like, oh, you can't stop 100 people by hitting them. How are you gonna hit the same thing all at once? If I say to 10 people to get a hold of this remote, that there's not enough space. So not all of them are gonna be able to hold the remote. Same way as if I say every one of those 100 people gotta fight that gorilla, not all 100 people are gonna be able to fight the gorilla all at once. About 5 of them are gonna be able to wail on the gorilla, but that probably not anymore. Probably max like 10 gonna be able to reach it. That's what, like, the first thing. And then you got to think, you're not surviving like a gorilla attack. And I don't mean that as in like a gorilla attacking you. I mean a gorilla hitting you in any fashion. If it goes like that, you're dead. At best, you're knocked out. At best, your ribs break, so in a way where it doesn't poke your heart or your lungs or any other important organ. And I don't get it. I don't. Like, I get very passionate about these things, okay? And when I see people, and they have the same dumbass arguments every time, and I'm just like, what do you mean? That does nothing. Like, you think you can trample it? Like, people are saying, oh, we'll just rush it and trample it to death. A gorilla stands like this all the time, with arms like as thick like Eddie Hall. They stand on all fours as well. If it was like a gorilla when he's like standing up, I kind of maybe, but a gorilla like this, you're not pushing him. This isn't Astro World. You're not. The gorilla isn't falling over. Like, the reason like people get trampled in like crowd situations, right? They fall over because they get shoved or whatever, and then people end up like, because it's a crowd, everyone's running, doing whatever. They get like stepped on, kicked, whatever, and that's how they get trampled. But to get trampled in the first place, you need to be like down. You need to be like the height of someone's feet. A gorilla is not falling. So that's gone, right? And then like, oh my god. And then I see people talking about like whatever. With I don't even know. Oh, a gorilla's gonna run out of stamina. I'm gonna see I'm not I'm not extremely physically fit, all right? I do some like weight training, go on walks. That's about it. I don't have that ridiculously good of like a stamina, right? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. If a gorilla does that, each one of those hits is killing someone. Or like the very least, incapacitating them, you know? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. That's 20. 20 people knocked out. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Another, and I know it doesn't look good from when I'm doing it, but I'm not a gorilla. You see, like my arms, no gorilla arms. A gorilla does that, it's taking your head off. Like, for some reason, people don't think that's the case. They think this is anime, where if you just believe, you'll survive anything. But it's not. You know, it's like it's not. If you get hit by a gorilla, it doesn't matter how determined you are to win. You physically can't stand up. Like, I keep seeing people going on like, well, 100 people, like just regular, no, but if they're like willing to die, yeah, they're beating a gorilla because they're like willing to die for the cause. You know, it's like if a gorilla gets your leg, if a gorilla gets your leg and just twists that shit so your knees the other way, that's not. It doesn't matter how motivated you are. You could be as motivated as Rocky Balboa. If your knees aren't facing the right direction, you're not getting up. And it's like it would be like someone will point to like a random case or like someone beating a gorilla or whatever big animal. You know that like times like some guy beat a grizzly bear because that's the fucking oddity. That's the anomaly. Because it's not the natural. Because he's the 1 in 1 million, not the 1 in 100. Like, you know what really gets my like gears grinded? How every time I see it, there's always I can always see one comment on any video where it's like, so you see here, the gorilla kills 3 people in one swipe. The gorilla absolutely eviscerates like anyone it touches, and they're always like, oh, why are we acting like this gorilla is like Madara Uchiha? And it's always Madara. I don't know why, but you know, no one is. No one is saying that this gorilla is going to put you under a genjutsu. None. No one's saying this gorilla is going to do some taijutsu. No. People are saying the gorilla is going to grab you and it's going to rip your arm off because it's a gorilla. No one's saying it's Madara because it's not. It's not going to be technical about it. It's not going to have fucking magical eyes. It's going to bite you with its big ass teeth and it's going to infect you, bleed you out. And even if that doesn't work, it's just going to go like that and you're going to instantly dead. It's that simple. But for some reason, people think that's glazing the gorilla. Hell, if I told these motherfuckers 100 of them on fists couldn't beat an elephant in strength in a tug of war game, they'd probably be like, oh, why are we acting like this elephant is like Goku? Because apparently anything that can beat a few humans is a super saiyan, or a shinobi killer, something like it's ridiculous. And the problem is you can't prove that. Like at the end of the day, they can keep saying what they want because no one is dumb enough. There are no 100 people actually fully delusional enough to think they can beat a gorilla. Like every time I see it, the people who are like fighting, they're like, yeah, but if I had like a switch, I'd beat a gorilla. And it's like, congratulations. And if I had you 10 times and an AR-15, and I'm, do you think you're winning? No. It doesn't matter at that point. Like, always adding shit to the situation. And then people making it 10,000. And I'm like, well, if it's 10,000, then duh. That's going to tire the gorilla out. Not 100. But it's just genuinely so ridiculous. Because I don't understand. And then people are like, they're like, the gorilla is actually only 4'11", so I'm beating it. And then it's like what does that matter, bro? A tiger's up to like not even there to me. Do you think when it launches at me with its claws that I'm gonna beat it? No. Hell, I'm pretty sure 5 humans outweigh a tiger. Doesn't stop its claws from eviscerating them. Just the same as it won't stop a gorilla's hands from in your bones. Like it's a glow stick. Like they're breaking bread, but with your bones. And it's never gonna get proven wrong, because again, none of these people are stupid enough, genuinely, to think they can beat a gorilla 100 of them. They can add these thought scenarios where they act like they're in an anime and they have the power of determination to save them. But this isn't Undertale. It's real life. And you are not fighting Sans or Undyne. You're fighting a gorilla. And so you can say, oh, humans with determination will do it. But in reality, they won't. And in real reality, we just can't test that. Again, like, even if it was like 99 people who were willing to go fight a gorilla and they all just got brutally eviscerated, like the gorilla just looks at them all in their crowd, runs through the crowd to everyone in the crowd, killing them instantly. If it's 99 people, there's still gonna be motherfuckers online talking about, well, that wasn't actually 100, so not proven. And it's just, God, like, have a wank, bro. Because these people, they got too much testosterone for their brains to work. If you were in caveman times and you had the accessibility to put that shit to a test, you gather the rest of your tribe, your caveman gang, and you go fight one gorilla. That gorilla's looking at you like you're crazy. And then it's going bing, 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 bing. And all of you are failing. And then your whole tribe goes extinct because some people thought it was dumb enough, but now natural selection doesn't exist, so people can just go on their phones and say whatever they want. I get heated about this, you know. It's like, genuinely, I feel like, and then like, you're underestimating the strength of 100 people with like planning and stuff. Like, planning, always adding. Stop adding. If you can't run the hands with a gorilla, then that's the experiment done. Done. Oh, well, if we had not done. Because at that point, what's the point? There is none. It's dull. Yes, I know if you had an AK-47, you could be a gorilla. That's why we're saying without. Anyway. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to, get that off my system. And keep seeing these videos, and it's just, it's gone to me. I can't keep listening to these people. Like, and their arguments are always so repetitive, or they just boil down to the motherfucker saying, 100 people is like a lot of people. We're winning. And that's it. No elaboration, no nothing. It's rage bait. It's genuine rage bait. Because they know we can't prove that. Unless someone's willing to, like, unless they see someone that's like, guys, I could be that gorilla right there. And then like, someone just, like, shoves them in the gorilla enclosure. That's not getting proven. And then either way, the gorilla's just going to be sitting there, like side-eyeing the human, and the human's going to be, please, come here, please. And then they're still going to go online and do whatever. But you know what? That's the way of life. We have to learn how to overcome people's stupidity and learn to live knowing we I'm making the right choice. So, that was a good sesh. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you agree with me, because if you didn't, would appreciate a like, would appreciate a subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.